We are talking right now with Big Al McMordie from BigAl.com, covering college football week 6 and the game he has chosen this week to discuss with us, Navy at Notre Dame. Always an interesting matchup. I'm Peter Loshak. You're watching SBR Videos. Al McMordie, Notre Dame, obviously an impressive team this year that has gotten hit by the injury bug. The line in this game right now is Notre Dame minus 14. Or 14.5. Navy, always an intriguing proposition as a big underdog. 2 years ago, Navy was in a very similar spot, 16.5 point underdog at Notre Dame. They covered that one easily. They lost that game by 4 points. My first instinct when I saw this line was that Navy is the right side, but I know there are times when Navy and these service academy teams are big underdogs and they're actually not good plays, but my first thought is always in this kind of a situation that they are. So I would lean Navy plus 14.5. Is that what you like here, Al?
Well, the interesting thing about this game, Peter, I looked at the data from Costa Rica, Chris Sportsbook, and 82% of the betting public were betting on Navy. And that's pretty unusual for a two-touchdown underdog. Usually the betting public only knows two words, favorite and over, but they were taking the two touchdowns with Navy. I think it's easy to understand to the extent that Navy's been the best traveler in college football. Going back to 1991, the Midshipmen are 101 and 50 against the spread away from Annapolis. They're also 10-1 their last 11 against the spread in South Bend. With all that being said, I'm actually going to go against what seems obvious. I'm going to take Notre Dame minus the 14 points. The problem I have with Navy is they're a running team, and if they fall behind, they're really not equipped to pass. They've only thrown, I think, 27 passes this season, has Keenan Reynolds, and I think Notre Dame's going to get out to a lead, and I think Navy's just not going to be well equipped to come back running the football, and that's going to be problematic for Navy as they've played from ahead in all 4 of their games this season. And even though Notre Dame lost last week to Clemson, I think they can be heartened by the fact that they were down they were down big entering the fourth quarter, and they outscored Clemson 19-3 in the fourth quarter. So that's going to give them some confidence in this ball game. And I really like Notre Dame minus the points. And, the other thing, Peter, is that Navy is 4-0, but unfortunately, teams with a 4-0 record have covered just 32 of 86 games when installed as an underdog from plus 3.5 to plus 15.5 points. So, it's kind of a trap situation in my mind to take the big, 2 touchdowns with an undefeated 4-0 team. And I'm going to go against Navy, and I'm going to lay the wood with Notre Dame. All
right. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Notre Dame UMass game recently when the line opened at like 28.5. I thought that UMass was a great bet. Then I heard that Sharp Guys had come in on Notre Dame minus 28. And of course, and that surprised me. And of course, they wound up cashing that bet. Al McMordie liking Notre Dame minus 14 currently. Very insightful analysis as always, Al McMordie. And tell us all about your site, BigAl.com. That's where all your thoughts and analysis go every week and result in your premium picks, right?
Sure, Peter. We've been in business since 1992. We've stood the test of time, and my website, of course, has been around since 1995. And folks can go to BigAl.com and get 4 free plays every day. 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. This Saturday, if they want to get our best selections. Also, I'll be featuring my college football game of the month. It's a rare 5-star play, the first 5-star I've had in about 4 months, and it's out of a 29-0 ATS system.
Okay, thanks so much, Al.